Hey guys, here with the next updates. This is probably going to be the last update I'm going to be doing in this location. I'm moving, changing apartments in a couple weeks here, so next video after this one's probably going to be a totally new location. But let's go ahead and get into it. The 5 records I'm going to be talking about today are all releases from this year. Reason being, because of the move, I've cut back on spending records for the time being. So all that I've been getting has been pre-orders I've made from months prior. So yeah, all new releases, all good records. Yeah, all good records. Well, but we'll get there. Start us off, we have Nothing, Tired of Tomorrow. Really awesome record. I don't like this one as much as I liked Guilty of Everything, but I think it's still a really solid record. The cover is super glossy. I don't know why. Like, I don't think I own a record that's this glossy on the cover. So is the insert. It's also very glossy. But the lyrics are on there. And then the pressing I got is on a pink with kind of like a white, oops, sorry, dropping the papers here, kind of like a white smash, very pretty. These sleeves didn't come with it. I got these separately. I bought them from Clear Bags, the Blake sleeves. These are the inner sleeves, the frosted inner sleeves. I've been using Blake sleeves for a while. I'll probably do a video on those in the future. But yeah, I really like this record. It took a little bit to grow on me. My first time through I wasn't too impressed, but the more I listen to it, the more I like it. The first 4 songs are just really solid. My favorite probably is Vertigo Flowers. That's a really awesome one. They have a music video for it. Check out Vertigo Flowers. Check out this band if you haven't. Great stuff. Next up is Issue's Headspace. This is Issue's second full-length record, although they have their EP before this, which I think is probably their best. And I like what Issues has done with this one. I think they just keep going on with what they do, their whole genre blending thing that they've become known for. And there's some new stuff in here. For example, the screamer actually does clean vocals and quite a few times. The screaming's still there, obviously, but I think it sounds great. I almost want them to just drop screaming altogether, because I think with Tyler's vocals and then the other guy, I don't know his name, him doing clean vocals, it just sounds really fresh and awesome. Got a lyrics inserts with the credits on the other side, and then we have, this is the pre-order variant. It's clear with purple haze. I'm not a big fan of clear vinyl, as I've mentioned in previous videos. In fact, they had another pressing after the release. I'm not sure if it's Hot Topic exclusive or not, but it's like half clear, half orange with purple splatter, and that one looks pretty sweet. I wish I would have waited for that one. But ultimately, it's what's on the record that counts, so I won't be trying to get the other one or anything. Also, some really cool stuff, like in the song Young and Dumb, they have like almost like a violin solo for the entrance. The intro of the song, it's very different, but I like it a lot. My favorite track, probably Rank Rider or Blue Wall. Blue Wall's a little bit heavier, but I think I like Rank Rider the best. It's really catchy. Next up, we have Architects, All Our Gods Have Abandoned Us. I wasn't too big a fan of Architects prior, or I guess I'm not really still. I bought Lost Together, Lost Forever back when it released, mainly due to all the hype. I figured I had to check it out for myself. After hearing the singles on this record, which track listing is on the inner sleeve here. The single, which one was it? I think it was Match Made in Heaven. I actually kind of liked that song. So I thought I would check out the rest of the record. Lyrics on the other side. Track lyrics. So I did pre-order it because I had some extra money at the time. If I was tight on money, I probably wouldn't have pre-ordered it. This is gray with some black marbling in there. Upon listening to the full album, I'm not too impressed. Reason being, I don't have any problem with any of the songs in particular. All the songs sound fine, but the problem is that the sound of the album is so consistent throughout that I lose focus while listening to it. It becomes white noise, and it's just overall, even though the songs themselves aren't boring, listening to the whole record is, I guess. I don't know if that makes sense. It's probably need hate for that. But I haven't ever really been able to get into them. I mean, I'm not like bashing on the band at all. Don't get me wrong. They're very talented guys. Just not for me, maybe. Next up, we have Saosin, Along the Shadow. Actually, also a pretty glossy cover on the square here, on the back. Also very glossy. Then we got a gatefold. I was pretty excited when they announced this album. We got Anthony Green working with Saosin, who he hasn't been with since the beginning of that band. Pre-order on orange vinyl. And yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty good. I really like the record. I'm pretty into it. I think it's just it's an excellent combination. It doesn't sound like Circus Survive, which is good. That was kind of one of my major concerns, is that it was going to have too much of a Circus Survive feel. It does not. Except for, I think there was like one song on there that kind of reminded me of it. I think it was Second Guesses. I'm not sure. Anthony Green definitely does a whole lot more screaming on here. And his screaming isn't super refined or anything. It's kind of like hoarse and untamed. It took a little bit for me to really get into it, but I really like it now. Big thing about this record is it took a while to get here, to arrive to me. So I had been listening to the record on Spotify for days prior to receiving it. And Spotify has the deluxe edition, which the vinyl does not have the deluxe edition. And that is basically the difference being 2 bonus tracks that are at the end of the regular or deluxe edition that aren't on here. I, listening to the record, didn't really realize it was the deluxe edition, so when I listened to this and those 2 songs weren't on there, it was kind of a bummer, because those 2 songs are really killer. Probably the best 2 songs on the whole record. There's crazy songs, so check out those bonus tracks. I wish they were on here, because without those 2 songs, my opinion of this record is less than it would have been. I mean, those are some killer songs. My favorite on here, on the actual record, probably my favorite overall, including the bonus tracks, is still Old Friends, which is towards the end of the record. I think it's a really sick song. Obviously, the singles Silver String, Racing Toward a Red Light were both really good. Yeah, awesome stuff. Check out that record if you haven't. Last record I'm going to talk about, I was incredibly excited to receive, and that is Thrice. To be everywhere is to be nowhere. And if you don't know, Thrice is my favorite band altogether. And I pre-ordered this with haste. This is the shirt that came with it. And it does not disappoint. It's awesome. Best Thrice record since Alchemy Index, for sure. They had 2 variants. The first that they had was like gray with black smoke, kind of like how the Architects record looked. And that thing sold out in minutes. I got home from work at like 1:30, and pre-orders had been up for like an hour at that time, and they were already sold out. I was pretty bummed. A couple days later, they did 180 gram black vinyl, which I don't know if the gray variant is 180 grams or not. But you know, I would if it's not, I would definitely have wanted this one anyway. Even though the gray one looks pretty sweet, seeing pictures of it. And what I wish more bands would do is include lyrics booklets. I think I've talked about this before, and I think it's awesome. This one actually has like binding in it, which is cool. Probably can't see it too well. The artwork in here is just really cool. You got lyrics mixed with artwork. I really love just when bands do this, because it makes for a nicer experience. The physicality of it is one of the things that makes vinyl so great, and having something like this to look through and read along with the music it really heightens the experience a lot. But this record is really good. Definitely a contender for album of the year. There's a couple other records that are kind of battling it out, you know, in my mind, obviously, for album of the year. I don't know. We'll see. There's still a lot of the year left to go, but this is one of those records that's going to be hard to beat. It's excellent. The first song, Hurricane, is incredible. Blew me out of the water. Probably my favorite song off the record, just right off the bat, the intro. And I saw them live for their tour that they were just on. And they opened up with that song, and it was just incredible. I had a blast. It's just ultimately, like, they do different stuff in there that they haven't tackled before, like in the song Wake Up and even Blood in the Sand. It's a little different than what you'd expect from Thrice, and I think it's great that they experiment, and they also have stuff that sounds familiar with previous work. Just incredible album front to back. Really dig it. Check out Thrice if you haven't. Like I said, my favorite band of all time. Yeah, so that's the next 5. Next time you guys see me, probably gonna be a new location. Hopefully I will get some more records in before I get caught up to posting these videos, because like I said, I record them in advance. But we'll see. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I will see you around.